Okay, great. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Team Talk. And we're glad to have you guys on live. And those of you seeing it on replay, we're excited that you are checking it out. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the summer surge, and we're going to make sure that everybody understands, what's going on with the summer surge. After this, you'll know what it's about, how to reach some of the bonuses, how you can motivate your team to use it, and then what you can do, the actual activities, to make sure that you're actually achieving those bonuses. So I hope that made sense. But so the purpose of the surge basically is to help with some of the momentum. There's sometimes, because there's such a change in the summer, sometimes there's a slump or something, but we don't like to call it that. Forget I said that word. It's not a slump. Summer is awesome and it's exciting, and to see our kids a lot, and it's great. And but we want to increase momentum during the summer, and that's one of the reasons why we have the surge. The other thing is to just to have a special reward for representatives and sponsors. When teams are built through the Fast Track VF and the Fast Track SC program during July and August. And the word on the street is that there's actually an SSC bonus that's going to be coming down the pike. So hopefully that will happen soon. And finally, is to build excitement for the Juice Plus Live conference in Indianapolis, because along with the cash benefits of getting these promotions, or achieving promotions, they're also throwing in more conference tickets, and they can be used a variety of ways. So hopefully that'll encourage people to get excitement going for the conference. So we're going to
I can't hear it.
Karen, you can go, everybody, because I'm done for this part, and go on to that next slide.
Make that little bit of background noise if you could mute. Truthfully, when Doug told me that this was what I was going to talk about, I thought, well, they should already kind of know it and be excited about it. But what happened today was I got excited about it while processing it. So I saw the vision more from teaching it and thinking about teaching it. And so that's a really good lesson for you guys too. It's always good to teach what you've learned so that you can incorporate it and really own it yourself. And so what I was thinking at first is that this summer surge is so great for new people and so great for dealers and DDs. And for us, now there's a bonus for us too, if we help those people, the new people, the dealers or the DDs, right? And I thought, man, fast track to 5 months or fast track to 4 months or less, you kind of already needed to be on that road. But I hope to instill some vision of what I got excited about. But first we're gonna run through this, but I think it's a possibility for people to really, if they applied themselves, if they really went out there and did it and got 2 VFs, they would get fast track to SC in 5 or 4 months, because really that's the major portion. So if we can get people excited about getting to VF in 30 days, we can get people to SC in 4 or less months, or 5 months or 2 months, really. So let's look at this. All right, so we know that, and I'm going to go into detail for those people who are new. Fast track to VF, the 2000 plus it's also called, is a 60-day thing, and a 60-day program, and we get paid $250 bonus, the person and the sponsor each time. And a conference ticket goes to the person who just got VF. Well, this time they're going to give an additional conference ticket to the sponsor. So that those people who are already at SC, it gives us something to be like, yay, now we get to earn our own conference ticket, or we can gift it back to that person and let them have it for their spouse or their friend or their family. But if they get there in 30 days, the difference is intention. The difference is really working it like a job or a business and really being on it for 30 days. I was just speaking with somebody who's going to restart today. I had lunch with her, and I said, well, when I get back from Ohio, we're going to hit it hard. And I know Michelle Fletcher, who's on here, and I used you as an example, Michelle. She did do that. She made VF in 30 days. It's totally possible. She had a podiatrist sign up, and we thought that was going to really hit it big, but I think that person only got 1 or 2 orders. She had her cousin sign up, and the cousin wanted her to do an event every Sunday. So Michelle had to learn the wellness event because I was busy in Myrtle Beach. And then we did trade shows together at LA Fitness. We did a lot together, and we did 3-way calls together. So I'm going to get to some of that activity, but it's absolutely possible to fast track to VF in 30 days. And so that's $100 increase of $350 bonus pay for each person, the sponsor and the person, and a conference ticket each. And then fast track to sales coordinator, it's a $250 increase for each person, $750 for the person that makes sales coordinator, $750 for the sponsor, and a conference ticket each. And then if they do it in 4 months or less, and we know that we can move the windows and look and see, and if we got 2 VFs right away, it could definitely happen by the end of August, $1,000 bonus pay for that person and their sponsor, plus conference tickets each. Now, you might be new and saying, where's conference? What's conference? It's in Indianapolis, and it's going to be in October. And so we'll look at that in a little while. Actually, I think that was Doug's slide, but it's October 19th through the 21st. And so it's something we do every 6 months as we go to conference. And that's kind of the only time we really go to work or go to a place, a building, where we really should show up and invest in ourselves. It's kind of like taking a college course over the weekend. It's great. Anyway, so the healthy living plan is the first step, and it really should be done in like 1 day. It's really your orders, as many things as you possibly could get yourself, plus 2 outside households, which usually for me, it was my mom, my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law's mother-in-law. It's those people that are close to you, and those people maybe that want to do the shred with you, something like that, or they want to just really get healthy and have the shake and the capsules. And so you can get to 500 points within 1 day. And that's what I would suggest, so that you can leave that extra time to the next thing. The 2,000 plus, accumulate 2,000 points in 60 days by sharing Juice Plus with 8 total households, counting the 3 from before. The 500 points from before go into the 2,000 plus. It's not 2,500, it's 2,000 total. And so including 1 rep who has at least 1 order. And then it gets into some more detail. And so that is the 2,000 plus. And you can see down below the different PVC amounts, like the Trio capsules, which we suggest for everyone. And if you don't have that text where it says, I recommend the Trio blend of fruits, vegetables, and berries, and also our phenomenal shake, those 2 things together, that's like a lot of points, 169 and 70. It's like somebody add that for me. Anyway, I think it's like 140, 139 or something. Anyway, or 240. Thank you, 240. I should have known that. But anyway, that's 240 of the 500, somebody on Trio and the shake, okay? And so that alone sets you up really well. And those are the points. So let's get to the next slide here. Another way to do the 2,000 plus is to have 3 people plus yourself all do the HLP, which means I got 500 points and I got 3 of my friends to do 500 points too, because everybody has 2 people they can grab and say, let's do the shred together. It's not that difficult. So if you had a party or 2 or 3 or whatever, or you had a Zoom meeting and you talk to your friends, or you just call your friends and talk to them and say, hey, I'm going to do this. Why don't you do this? And let's all do this thing for 500 points. Everybody gets a $100 bonus for that first position of HLP. And then that's an easy way to get to the 2,000 plus. Do you see how that can work? And so with that, you get the 250 each for 60 days, but 350 each for 30 days, and a conference ticket each. So they're really ramping up how much they're going to pay out.
That's how many points we get.
So for sales coordinator, you want 2 VFs. This diagram shows 3 and a DD. And so you want to accumulate 8,000 points, but over a shorter amount of time with the summer surge. And so that, say you've got 2 VFs, you would have 4,000 points right there. And then say you had your own 2,000, or you were your own VF, you just really need 6,000 actually. That's assuming that you just got to your own VF in that instance. Anyway, it can be done, and I encourage you to really look at that. I know there are some people on the line that are looking at that. I think Alyssa, you're one of them, right? We'll see if she can unmute. I know she's driving, but she's, I think, going for this summer surge now, or at least fast track to sales coordinator. She already made it to sales coordinator. Congratulations, Alyssa. Okay, we're gonna move on. Well, I want to make sure you understand that in order to really ramp it up, you know, and as Doug said, it's a way to create momentum over the summer, a way to keep us kind of on task, you know, and making first things first. But it really involves talking to a lot of people. So if you think about your days over this last month, think about how many people did I talk to? Did I really treat this business with intention of talking to many people? It really takes a number of exposures to move people, and this is something Wendy Campbell teaches over and over, to move people from prospect to customer to solidified customer. That takes a number of educational exposures, maybe an event, maybe they see an article on fruits and vegetables, maybe they see the Today Show and they talk about fruits and vegetables, maybe they then see Juice Plus at the doctor's office or on their sister's counter. Sometimes it takes people more exposures than others. So you want to have lots of conversations happening because you want to just keep juggling these people and coming around like a choo-choo train as far as exposure. So you invite them to one thing. If they don't come, that's okay. We'll invite them to a different thing, or we'll send them a different video when we see something that applies to them. But you want to constantly move people from prospect to customer to solidified customer to distributor with goals. Now, I threw in, and this is part of it anyway, distributor to distributor with goals, because some of us have dealers or DDs on our team already who could very well get to VF just with your calling them and saying, oh my goodness, you got to take advantage of this summer surge. And so that's a new conversation, and that could help move somebody to distributor with goals, which happened with me today. So let's talk about what you can do. And here is just a, whoopsie, uh-oh. First of all, we want to identify some people. And I just think you could go around and tell people, you know what, our company decided to infuse some extra bonuses over the summer. They're calling it the summer surge. I'd love to be able to show you how we could work together, because it really is a together buddy system. And the way they implemented this program, the summer surge, to work together and help you make some extra bonus money over the summer. Like, think about it. Teachers are off. People have different schedules. It might be very enticing for people, especially if they're already on Juice Plus and they love Juice Plus. So it's something, it's a new conversation, you know? So you can make a list of people. You can have that conversation about the summer surge with anybody, really, anybody in your family, your friends. So really, after this call, I would suggest writing down some people. Who could I have a conversation about the summer surge? Search your virtual office if you have a team for dealers and DDs, and reach out to them and say, hey, did you hear about the summer surge? It could really apply to you. It's extra money. And so let's really work together, getting you some customers and getting you at least to VF. And then you want to just cast that vision with your current team. Doug was saying, you know, if the company's rolling something out, that's what we need to talk about. And so I just want Doug to kind of comment about that too.
Okay, hold on. Hi, sorry about that. I'm giving a guy a ride home. He needed some help here. You're in building 15, yes. 15, up on the left, I think. Okay, Karen, tell me again, which slide are we on? I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, how when the company rolls something up, that is like the momentum that we're supposed to be going.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I feel really strongly about that, you know, so many times we try and reinvent the wheel. We try to do something different because we're trying to figure out what should we be doing. But you got to remember that people that really know what they're doing are figuring out what the program should be and what the incentive should be. This is okay. All right. Building 15. All right. Hey, good to meet you.
Man.
All right. God bless you too. All right. All right. Everybody loves you. Take care. All right. I'm glad to help you. Put me.
That's real nice, honey.
All right. Have a great night.
You too, huh? God is good, man.
God is good.
God is God.
That is awesome. All the
That is Doug good.
Good job. That was not staged. Everybody.
Okay. So I got it. I can do it. Okay. Sorry, guys. So I'm sitting near the park, and there's this guy that he's obviously had a massive stroke at some point.
Oh,
This cane, and he can barely walk down the road. And I'm like, where is he going? Then he ended up coming up to the window of my car and asking for help because he couldn't find where he was supposed to go. So I had to leave Emma at the park. I'm going back for her, honey.
what? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna mute Doug now.
Look out.
Okay, Doug's now muted. We're back to task here. Enjoy yourself, honey. Okay, so he's still talking.
Okay, there we go. All right, so we're good. But yeah, guys, you just got to stick with the program that is in place, and that's the most critical thing because it's like it works.
Okay, great. And you know what? Last summer they came out with the I think they called it Summer Surge again, and they gave out orange bags. They were like backpack cool bags, and I saw Sandy Stetter with hers the other day, and I was like, oh, I wish I hadn't given away my bag. I gave mine away. We got 2 of them. But would you rather have a bag or hundreds of dollars and a free conference ticket? You know, so they've really upped their game. We have to take advantage of this, you know? So also, if you have people directly to you on your team, and maybe they're not as excited about the Summer Surge, you want to get them excited and talk about the possibilities. Hey, let's call this person and see what we could do about getting them some Summer Surge money. So that's for those people who have bigger teams. So we're going to talk about what works. You know, social media definitely works to keep everybody in the pipeline for you. You know, continuing to post that you are the lighthouse that they can turn to, that you are on the track to better health. It doesn't matter where you're at. People love the journey. So if you are continuing to post that and friending people and making sure your wall isn't a bunch of shared videos and things like that, but like real life things that people like, and you can gauge that by how much they like or comment or interact. And then message blitzing, I think Doug's going to talk about that a little bit, but my thing is 3-way calls. So helping your new team member or any of your team have 3-way calls. Julie's got this thing where she keeps repeating herself, saying, the people that get people in front of me can help them. And it's true, you know, whether it's at an event on Zoom or like last night's event on Facebook, What is Juice Plus, I'm able to actually interact with people on that event, and I actually giving them like prizes and interacting with them on Messenger. As much as you can get people involved in the community like that, whether it's in our customer on an event or on a 3-way call, the better. And let's tell us what he has in mind about message blitzing. He's been doing that a lot lately.
I can roll message blitzing right in with events, transition right to the next slide.
Okay.
But message blitzing and I'll say events first is that the events are in place. Your upline's creating events. There's almost too many times, and that's not a bad thing. The nice thing is we get to kind of pick out the event we like, whatever resonates with us, you know, and just use that event. So what I do is I strategically skip certain events and really focus in. That's what I've been learning in that one thing that I've been reading, is that you really need to like go full force at one thing. That's better than trying to do everything. So when it comes to message blitzing, you know, it's not just the fact that we're message blitzing and that's enough. Okay, I did my message blitzes. Now, when is it going to happen? When do I get customers? If you message blitz, but you don't really get into the full act of message blitzing, which includes, if you've done it, you know how it works. If you were to send out just 10 messages, next thing you know, you have massive amounts of stuff going on your feed and that are on your Messenger app. And it takes a long time to really keep those relationships going. Sometimes I'd even say for months and even a year just from that one message blitz. So if you're doing that regularly, it's really a commitment to your Messenger app. Now, I've done it in the past where I just kind of send out message blitzes and tell them about the shred or something, and I don't really like follow up and make sure they got it and how are things going and all that. It's just like spamming on their wall. It doesn't do anything. So you really have to do it the right way, become a student, and really learn how to do this effectively so that you're not wasting your time. If you can go to that next slide, it'd be helpful. So in the summer, yeah. Okay, I'm on a call, baby. Say hi to everybody. Okay, so in the summer, look at the second quote there from that One Thing book, and it's related to what I was just saying. Like, make sure every day you do what matters most. When you know what matters most, everything else makes sense. When you don't know what matters, anything makes sense. So it's really important that you think about what is that really important thing? What is going to move your business forward? I just asked, if I ask her now, Sharon, what should I do tonight after the call?
Make sure people are coming tomorrow night.
There you go. So after this call, that's what I need to do. I don't need to get on Facebook and kind of see what's going on and wonder who liked my stuff. Like, if somebody liked my post, that's good, but tomorrow night is total line, and I need to get butts in the seats. So that's the important thing to do right now. That's what matters most. And here's something that's really, really key in that book called The One Thing. Is based on goals in any area of your life. Ask, what's the one thing you can do such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or even unnecessary. Okay, so then you time block it to make it happen. And it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. It's really that simple. So you just really do the thing that's important, and that's going to lead you to the results that you really want. And I think we know that everybody knows a lot of the stuff we're talking about, but there has to be a point where you think to yourself, like, everybody has 24 hours in a day. How come some people are making things happen and maybe some people aren't? How come some people end up 100 club and some people are struggling to get, just a VF or something? It's like, I think it really comes down to really making a commitment, making a decision, and using your time wisely. You don't have to spend, 16 hours a day doing this, but the hours that you do spend doing it, you should really focus and make sure you're using your time wisely, because you're gonna end up getting more out of it. You're gonna end up with more time with your family, with your spouse, with your friends, doing other things like working out and having a life, rather than just kind of like trying to do everything and not doing any of it well. So I want to encourage you guys to really focus in on that activity that matters, and realize that the company's putting a bunch of money on the table and saying, hey, if you want to go for these promotions, you can do it. And I think it's all there to do, and I'm excited about it. I know I'm going to be working on it.
Right. So it's a great point. I love that. So any questions about the summer surge? Because this really would be the focus point, and just really realizing the marketing plan is really based on DD and VF. Keep getting people to DD and VF, DD and VF, and then you get to sales coordinator, and then you get to your other promotions. If you can get good at getting people to VF, which you'll get highly rewarded in the summer surge for doing, then that's how you really build a team and build to the top of the company. Anybody have any questions or comments?
I have a question. I was wondering if you found that, when I was helping that guy out, if you found that pause button they put on Zoom for the recording.
No, I thought the whole team should see that.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a recording. It's going to be a recording.
And right now I didn't put it on either.
Yeah.
Can they hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Somebody said that. Anyway, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Anyway, so share this with your team, share your excitement with your team, and let's go find people that we can have conversations with saying, hey, You wouldn't believe what our company's doing. They instituted a summer surge for July and August. And then let's really celebrate in Indianapolis. All right, guys?
All right.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Well, have a great night, and just know we're available to help you guys. All right?
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
So they did hear us?
Turn off the recording.